The Adidas Harden Volume 8 hasn't even dropped yet as of today, January 7, 2024, at least in the Philippines, and we already have leaked photos of the rumored Adidas Harden Volume 9. Things are picking up real fast, so let's talk. Welcome back, this is Fresh Pair. Smash the thumbs up button, share this video with your friends, follow me on Instagram. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. That said, let's dive in. Based on the few leaked photos of the rumored Adidas Harden Volume 9, which is highly likely just a sample, I'd say that the shoe basically looks like a sock in a clog. The shoe is a low-top silhouette that has an exoskeleton or like a shell, most likely consisting of TPU similar to what we have seen in the Adidas AE1, although this seems to have a fuse backing. This material almost wraps the entire outer layer of the shoe, except the three cutout sections at each side for a bit of ventilation, which also doubles as the shoe's three-stripe branding. Now, I said a bit of ventilation because of the internal material, which brings us to the second point. The shoe has what looks like a neoprene material inside. It's possibly a stretchable textile or fabric that acts like a sock that is meant to hug your foot. The shoe also doesn't look like it has a separate tongue piece, suggesting that the shoe's construction is a booty type. For the lacing system, the shoe uses 5 internal lace loops at each side, with the spacing between each side appearing narrow. What this does is to have the TPU material mostly secure the top of the foot for containment instead of the usual setup where the laces receive most of the stress. Meanwhile, the heel section looks like it uses carbon fiber for the external heel counter, which extends all the way up near the top of the collar. My fear is that the top of the carbon fiber could possibly rub against your ankles, especially on heel landings during long strides and sprints. For the midsole, nothing is known, but I expect this to use full-length boost if this is indeed the 9th signature shoe of James Harden. And if that's the case, it's obvious that the boost midsole will be fully caged. This setup could be a hit or miss because this could restrict the boost foam from expanding at the edge of the midsole when pressure is applied. Like the midsole, not much can be glimpsed about the outsole, but we have a few clues. The solid rubber outsole appears to overextend to some portions of the exoskeleton, and we can see some of the traction pattern. Based on what can be seen, the outsole will most likely feature a radial design with the treads resembling concentric circles. Adidas may also throw in some sections with herringbone pattern the way that it did in the Adidas Harden Volume 7. Also, the rubber treads look thin and narrowly spaced in between. This is typically seen on the outsoles of shoes designed for indoor courts, and the outsole of the rumored Adidas Harden Volume 9 is most likely designed for indoor courts, as has been the trend. Based on the leaked photos, I'm calling it the way I see it. The shoe, even if assuming that it is just a sample, is essentially a sock in a clog. This makes the shoe constructed from fewer pieces and therefore stripped down to the bare essentials. It should give you what you need without the shenanigans we most often see today in basketball shoes. The design itself, however, will most likely divide folks as it does not leave room for compromise. Either you hate them or you love them. In the meantime, let me know what you think. If this is the Adidas Harden Volume 9, what are your expectations about the shoe? Post your thoughts in the comments section, smash the thumbs up button, share this video with your friends, follow me on Instagram. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel for updates. This is Fresh Pair, thanks for watching, peace and love to the fellow underdogs.